from New Englandville studio. Good morning and welcome to the midweek edition of the program Good Morning Salone for this week. But the first edition of the program for this month, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Today na Wednesday, May 1, 2019. We where they bring the program come to you this Wednesday morning. My name is Musa S. Kamara.
And me na Sapti Kalon. Good morning. Inside the program this morning, the Director of Communication for the Salone Premier League Board, Alhaji Kombadon, say the board go work with the Office of National Security (ONS) for give security to the game that we go play inside the second round where they begin today. The First Lady Fatima Bio don't call on Omane where they part of the Women Increasing Sustainable Energy Access and Use project for show them comping Omane how for make solar light for give better light na the rural community and empower themselves. And today, inside the program, Radio Democracy will look at the International Labour Day celebration, when at today May 1st on the theme, Uniting Workers for Social and Economic Empowerment.
Well, this and plenty other story them day na the program and Wakabot said they part of the program for you. Members say you dey listen to we live on www.radiodemocracy.sl, courtesy of Osiwa and powered by Africell. The program na Good Morning Salone.
And inside between the studio this morning, we get with studio guest them winner lawyer Andrew Jones, Director of Complaint and Investigations and Mediation at Office of Ombudsman. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Yes, good morning, viewers. Good morning, Radio Democracy.
Okay, we also get Sarah Thomas Kamara, Sierra Labour Congress Chairperson at the Education Board. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning, listeners, and good morning, Radio Democracy.
That the voice of the studio guest there on a note in a Labor Day, and that will be the issue we will look at. The program na Good Morning Salone, and inside the program now we dey look at the first issue. The National Mandingo Union don't pick Alhaji Kanja Sise as the new chairman for the Mandingo tribe na the country. Also, the new chairman for the Mandingo Union, Alhaji Kanja Sise say he go use him position for support national development na Salone. Mange Masare be the part of the ceremony and go now report.
The Mandingo tribe, na one pan the 16 ethnic group them na Sierra Leone, where they live na different part na the country for make the Mandingo tribe able for maintain their language and culture. Then form the Mandingo National Union for all Mandingo people them na the country. This being term, the Mandingo National Chairman die we make them been pick Alhaji Kanja Sise among other Mandingo people them. The Mandingo Union, they meet na the Catco Hall, Wilkinson Road, outside Mandingo people them, na different part na the country. They meet inside one ceremony where they organize for show Alhaji Kanja Sise as the new Mandingo chairman. After we them don't get the ceremony, outside them don't show him to the people. Alhaji Kanja Sise say na in the third person for be chairman na the Mandingo Union.
The overwhelming support, interest on a show for that take this position to make I feel very good and humbled. Let God feel positively for that one, and let God make another disappointment at all. When this whole thing starts, like how I like the battle match say, they go to me a few times. Honestly, I tell them, I say, I don't need to like the first of them. Not because I don't get interest in the Mandinga business, but because I just feel since there, now such a responsibility what I'm not able for undertake. For the request in Naga, they keep on coming. Go give me a message for say they don't look around and they feel say at this particular stage, not before this.
Alhaji Kanja Sise continues to say they make a chairman not to for preach tribalism, but now for bring the Mandingo people and together so that they go able to talk their language and practice their culture.
We know they preach tribalism. By the way, this organization get for coexist with all other tribes. But I believe say as a tribe, we get right to protect the culture. We get right to protect the language. Manigaman is easy for go. Now they not marry him or marry Iba or marry Mendi. And once you do that, I don't preach against that deal. But once you do that, the possibility for them to maintain that Mandinga culture is reduced small. Inside the house, you see the papa, the mama, they all they preserve, they talk the language, they begin and get church, they don't get options, they talk for encourage magazine, the Mandinga mosque. These are some joke, by the way, I don't discuss how we check for love. begin encourage or begin teach the language.
Alusain Kamara, now one of the stakeholders them, been talk about the process where them being used for pick Alhaji Kanja Sise as the chairman for the Mandingo Union.
Names and come up, plenty names and come up, about 6-7 names and come up. We go around the district them and get everybody's opinion, and overwhelmingly about 80-90% agree that it will be Alhaji Kanja Sise at this time in turn, and any people that believe in, for lead the Mandingo community. Of course, if we listen keenly to the president in speech, the culture and tradition of the Mandingo, they fade out. So this one make we all converge from all districts. Minaboa the Komombo district now represent. We all converge. Say this go for change. We go for bring the Mandingo culture back into society, and we begin there. We go for push them for coming to the Mandingo tribe and begin talking the Mandingo tribe, and that kind of thing. So we decide say we get for elect a leader who will be hardworking, a leader who will push with dreams them go ahead. So
after the ceremony, where they don't crown Alhaji Kanja Sise as the new Mandingo chairman, I've been talking to different people then, but waiting then think Alhaji Kanja Sise in leadership.
I've been Chief Brian Maketa, one of the coordinators for this event. This is a very rejoicing day for the Mandingo Union because after the late Alhaji Sako, the national president, died 6 months ago, and there was a vacuum in London. But consensus going around, people and believe say Alhaji Kanja Sise will be the next leader for the Mandingo Union and the whole country. So I think it's well with the professional leadership skill where Alhaji Kanja Sise, gets in hand as a governing person, as institutional leader. I believe say they can lead this Mandingo institution. I am sure every man gets in your own style, everybody gets in your own capacity. We got Giam. I am sure with the leadership what we believe in Kanja Sise.
My name is Manjula Jawara. From this program now come for Kanja Sise in Masaya now come for today. Brother, this program I would say Allah thank you. What will be the faith for? How many years today we don't succeed? Today the Mandingo they're glad we just proud of say today me na Mandingo. I don't double Mandingo because today what's God don't do for me. We the fame goal now what today we don't hold. So we say Allah thank you.
Then people there end up say then go present Alhaji Kanja Sise to the Minister of Local Government and the President for sure say Alhaji Kanja Sise na the new Mandingo chairman. For Radio Democracy, Mange Mansaye, the report.
The program na Good Morning Salone and the time for we studio clock na 7:40.
The program they continue as here from we headline them. We get Sarah Thomas Kamara, Chairperson Education Board of Salone Labour Congress, and also get lawyer Andrew Johnson, Director of Complaints, Mediation and Investigations, Office of Ombudsman, na the Republic of Salone. Good morning again and welcome to the program Good Morning Salone. Okay, today na Labor Day, May 1, as on the 4th of May 1886, so workmen in America, about 40,000 workmen them precisely in Chicago being demonstrate for sake of way then see they need to treat them well. Since that day, the government of America been declared May 1 as Labor Day. 2016, Salone declare this day as a public holiday, and today na May 1 we na a public holiday. And for sake of that, to get Sarah Thomas Kamara, Chairperson Education Board, Salone Labour Congress. From that background, for somebody where they listen, what are the essence of this day?
Well, actually, this is not time for let workmen then come together. If you watch, we talk about unity, because one broom not a sweep clean, but when we come together, we become a very strong force for reckon with. This not the day where we for come out and out. If we get grievances, we out with grievances. If we get people that way we applaud them. And we want to say thank you to the government of Sierra Leone been declared this day as a public holiday for make we come out and talk within the money because we can then we really corner there with the grumble. But when we this day now a day where we for feel free and talk within now we pain them where we they undergo. And ask if government can come out and try to rectify some of them problems. Then
looking at 2016 to now, it's almost like 3 years. We Salone on the part of this media. How it don't tell like the pain the way you talk about the complaint them, it really don't be listening to and action don't be taken.
Yes, we go say yes, actions don't be taken because if you see USA we come out now infa because like the minimum wage now been 21,000. But we don't get it don't be 500,000 now, and we dey look forward to for make it come up again small bit. But we actually don't move far, because when we start the May Day, the very first thing where we use, we say we dey ensure decent work for all saloon workmen. And to be candid, to some extent, we have some decent work now. And we repositioned, in 2017, we repositioned the labor movement in socio-economic and political development of saloon. In 2018, we say follow we end gender-based violence for sustainable national development. This year, we say uniting workers for social and economic empowerment.
Looking at the theme throughout, from decent work for all workmen, one would say where you put on the scale for we am over on the head. I mean, in order on the reflective, in order on the show in the life of many people, and we really they do the work the winner hard work will be considered for be a labor work there.
Yeah, because the truth is, if you watch salon, over 90% of the workmen they are the informal economy.
So means they're not for be get value, they're not for be
no,
well.
with that latter one canton,
Okay.
over 90% of the workmen then they are the informal economy. Now just a handful of within are the formal economy. So if you watch, there's a convention 202 where they ask for formalize the informal economy. And that's Nine Labour Congress don't try for do first for bring them come into the formal sector. Because how you go formalize them? Now when you give them access to social security, access to the basic things them. And so far so good. There is some amount of formalization of the informal economy, because now the way they work at the informal sector can walk into NASIT. Though we they try for talk with government for make them get access to social security, just like how the formal economy gets access to social security. But that will come into being only after they look at the law. The NASIT Act.
Looking at the Labour Congress, we get one of the mandate for do some of the terms and conditions or the way this made it talk about for CC, employ them get a better payment, employ them work in a safe environment. How well on a long time for make people where they work know how important this day be, let them know say this dinner for them, and then get thing away them for do for make sure say they recognize this day. Let not be saying that they no more way come then soon a principle, and that's just it.
I tell you, one thing where I go say is that Labour Congress, they do a lot of educational programs. Then they down to the grassroots, not to one Labour Congress, not the umbrella body, but you get trade unions for different sector where they do educational program, where they go around and talk to the workmen them and try for make them understand waiting at the issues. But as I tell you, sometimes they can you know say who say good fish they got in fish months day. So we they try for manage the situation, and we they go out there and talk to the workman them for make them understand say this not then day. And if you go Miata Conference Center today, you go know say today na workman day, because then they come out in their numbers for making them come out.
Okay, in Sarah Thomas Kamara, Chairperson Education Board, Salon Labour Congress. I come to you, Andrew Johnson, Director of Complaint Mediation and Investigations, Office of the Ombudsman. First of all, what's the makeup of this day celebration? What's in the office makeup of this day celebration?
Well, in the first place, we own office, the mandate of the office, by virtue of the office was set up by virtue of the Constitution, Section 146, subsection 2 of the Constitution, established the office of the Ombudsman. And that office there, the Constitution, give the scope, say a day for investigate, well, they look into any department or ministry of government. They also they look into any statutory corporation or public institution or of higher learning we set up with either partial or wholly by public funds, and also they look into public servants, and generally we do administrative issues them in the course of their work. So basically, this Labor Day jive with office, because we own office, a mandate therefore look into complaints brought about by people when workers then generally, especially those in the public sector.
Looking at on our office in mandate, one go dey wonder and ask if really workman really know saying that daddy on for owner one of the main body them waiting for the care complaint go like how the employer then can treat them bad. They really know say on for that awareness they out there.
Well, this is, the AMEC could seize this opportunity. This is part of the public awareness raising, because this office actually mandated for hearing complaints, and we want to make the public feel free and feel safe for come forward with complaints where they get, as long as then complaints them get for do with administrative issues them. We mandated for looking to them.
Okay, una they deal with complaints then. We mean say una they deal with the laborers them directly, or people with the work they report to una. We get anything for celebrate?
Well, I think that question will be best directed to the labor woman, because we they deal with the complaints that will be brought to we, and
the number of complaints them we they receive, and the nature of the complaints then can determine whether the labor they on good footing or not. Can you able to determine that?
Yes, for now we in fact, the more complaints we receive, they should say people recognize say there is somewhere to complain.
Okay.
Because the purpose of setting up this office, because we know say generally there are other offices where they deal with other issues. We get the Anti-Corruption Commission, we get the Public Service Commission, but this office basically was set up to look into administrative maladministration. And if you watch the act, it's very clear as to waiting comprise maladministration. If I for read them, say maladministration includes, bias, any unfair discrimination or failure to explain grounds of a decision which appears discriminatory, harshness or general high-handedness, misleading a member of the public as to the rights, or deliberately withholding from him material information concerning the rights of such person, using powers for a wrong purpose, failing to consider relevant material or taking irrelevant material into account for any decision, losing or failing to reply to correspondence with a member of the public, delaying unreasonably before making a tax refund or presenting a tax demand, or dealing with any application for a grant of license.
Then so the complaint we will not deal with, Danny.
Yes, well, it is show waiting at the maladministration, how the act define the kind of complaints they will go receive. You see bias, unfair discrimination, treatment within your office, you know. So these are things that we, from day to day, laborers, people the way they work, especially in public service, they face.
So like what kind of complaints will workman really take to the ombudsman? The type of complaint where you think so now they get more often?
Well, we they get more often cases we get for do with waiting dismissal, unfair dismissal. Some can look say well and terminate me, and all feel say them for don't terminate me. We get cases where they can say well I deserve promotion, but I feel say they give other people in promotion, they not give me promotion. We also can get cases where, especially in the force, some man can say well they reduce me in rank, and I feel say that punishment they harsh. So the cases then vary, you know, but we can also get complaints then we not fall inside we mandate.
So it's what I can do in them particular case.
And in that particular case then we can either refer, then we'll get a good relationship with other bodies that they look into their issues. Then they, for instance, we get maybe it can fall out of a mandate, so we can send them, because complaints that we not get for do with the public service or a public official, not to under we mandate. So we can refer them personally to labor, or we refer them personally to legal aid board, or as the case may be, even if the thing gets for do with corruption directly, we get a memorandum of understanding with the anti-corruption where we can refer the matters then to the anti-corruption. At times can they, when we see, because we roll not just for say with the as complaint come, we go investigate. No, with the hear the act say the ombudsman get the powers of a high court judge insofar as bringing witnesses forward. Insofar as his investigative powers. So he get them powers and they for investigate, for call people and say, come, I be heard. But also, more importantly, we roll now for mediate.
Okay.
So we always try for use that first option, for call both sides and we serve as the middleman, negotiate, mediate, and see how best it can be solved. Most times, the complaints are not can lead to investigation. We can be solved in mediation.
Looking at the step or procedure where the ombudsman they take for look into the case here, we workman name King go to the like how long it can take so where you put into the consideration that some man complaining so grievance that maybe in other cases you will take and say all on a procedure them not really necessary for all to apply them in certain cases or complain.
Okay. Yes, well we try for work within very quick turnaround time. And forget we delivery Office of the Ombudsman delivery standards and timelines. We first of all, when we receive a complaint, we acknowledge within 5 days. We acknowledge to the person. So we don't receive your complaint, we look into them. Then after that, we get also we assess your complaint whether it fall under our mandate. That is if within 5 days. Then we also, if you not fall under our mandate, we go help you for reform, also for fall. You know, so we work within short timelines, but we can get challenges because the complaints not necessarily mean to we say, hey, we don't go complain till now, so you know, we do not solve it because it depends on the cooperation of the other bodies, you know, because this we work by all parties, so we can want for, you know, sometimes and they know they respond on time, you know, but the important thing about the act is that when they give a particular prescribed authority the opportunity for come explain, and if fail for explain after a reasonable time, we still go ahead with the investigations.
Lawyer Andrew Jones, Director of Complaints,
Johnson,
Director of Complaints and Investigations and Mediation, Office of Ombudsman, continue for the way to inside the program Good Morning Salone, where you can tell we more about on a procedure and step them. The program na Good Morning Salone, and now we look at one of the headline them inside the program. The Women Increasing Sustainable Energy Access and Use Project WISE. Now 5-year program with the European Union, the fund na Salone, Kenya and Uganda, as way for add access to sustainable energy in the rural area them. By way how they get training to women them for make them empower themselves. This make the First Lady, Madam Fatima Bio, don't call on all women them with a part of the WISE project for work together as one for see how they go able to achieve better energy supply in a Salone. Fatima Bio talked this with the Barefoot Power Africa with support from the European Union. Go pull a Women Increasing Sustainable Energy Access and Use Project WISE Nado for Salone for over 95,000 women them na the rural district. Princess Pias will be part of this and go now report.
I am officially launching this project WISE in Sierra Leone, and I hope by 2022 what we'll be explaining to this nation is not through the mind, but is through action.
That's not the voice of the First Lady, Madam Fatima Bio. But they launched the Women Increasing Sustainable Energy Access and Use projects NADO, as these projects in line with the country policy objective na the medium-term national development plan for 2019 to 2023. Where this reason make Madam Bio call on the woman them we get for be part of this program for work together as one for see they achieve sustainable energy in a Salone.
This is not a one-man crusade. This is not a lot of women there for benefits. So it will be good if the women then come into groups and start for organized cooperatives, associations then, so that when they benefit, let them benefit as a group. Some people then will learn how to actually make the business go before. Some people then will learn how to just use the solar panels then. So if you get in group, everybody will learn something differently, and then collectively when they put them into that group, definitely it will be much easier for let we achieve we goal as women then. At least this all opportunity for Metro State, people are able to get money out of this project here. So when they give money for startup, you begin to make money for yourself, for able to look after you and your family. So I believe say this now project will for all of you to hand, and with one intention say we also want to come out from this poverty here.
But why this program they target over 95,000 women them na the rural district? Josephine Gachiri, now the compliance project manager for the WISE program, starts for explain about the WISE projects.
WISE stands for Women Increasing Sustainable Energy Access and Use. It is a 5-year program that is substantially funded by the European Union. We will establish a Women Enterprise Finance Facility, which will provide seed capital and incubate 5,550 women-owned and run capital. WISE is creating employment directly and indirectly. We are targeting over 95,000 women who will be made aware of sustainable technologies and impact. In Sierra Leone, we have partnered with Barefoot Women Solar Engineers Association in the country rural electrification strategy. Together, we shall establish sustainable energy incubation hubs in all chiefdoms, which will facilitate enterprises in the areas of household solar lighting, solar power for household appliances, water pumping, post-harvest management, and clean cooking.
As they know, they make different contribution in support to gender equality, girls and women empowerment. As part of the gender plan, the European ambassador na Salone, Tom Vence, EU will continue for giving support to women them where they into sustainable energy.
Now the Women Increasing Sustainable Energy Access and Use project, which is the VOICE project, is part of the European Union's global initiative for women and sustainable energy in developing countries. Women disproportionately suffer the burden of energy poverty, so we have to give them a special attention and support. Providing households with sustainable energy provides women with more security, a healthier environment. The European Union therefore firmly supports gender equality and empowerment of women worldwide. The WISE project, with a budget of 5.5 million euros, and with this initiative, the European Union supports gender equality and access to sustainable energy for all.
The First Lady end up say, governments go give them support to the projects for say them provide sustainable energy for all in the country. For Radio Democracy, Princess Piasley reports.
The program na Good Morning Salone will come to you from Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. The time from we studio clock na 8 o'clock we go for this break.
Salone Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile app, you can able for use Salone Link money transfer for send money to anybody like you no get bank account. Transfer or receive money na the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office like you no get the account number. Buy Ed-Salite, pay other bill them, and now get advanced salary. You don't need for worry again, but almost money then you earn. Because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. Yagbadon done for we boss man them. With Beyond Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all you supplier them, sell forex to Salone Commercial Bank, and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store, or go to Salone Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, delivering value.
You are an innovator. We want bring change. You get passion and zeal for do something. Anytime you there, we dey look for you because you time don't come.
Salone Cable Limited believe the strength technology and innovation get for make business and economy grow, and tinap stronger one for development we go come with money. And Salcab they launch for the first time, then Tech Startup Challenge. For you who want be part of this program, now for send you business idea and tin them you sabi make, for tap the problem them inside book learning, well body business, agriculture and energy. Send your application to startup at salcab.sl.
And member say May 15 na the deadline for all application.
For no more, call 079 923 524. The number again is 079 923 524. Salcab, connecting innovators to endless opportunities.
You still listen to the program Good Morning Salone. Send your message or comment to the number 077-981-981. And today we know saying that May Day when a Labor Day. And today another issue we will look at on the theme Uniting Workers for Social and Economic Empowerment. And for look at more on that, we get with we now the studio. Somebody will come out on the Labour Congress. We now Sarah Thomas Kamara. We don't give you waiting they don't do in terms of recognizes the now we look at on an intervention, especially for workmen working in a factory and company name, working they work around so many risks. Is it that on can wait let some team before on a step in, or on can do a often check for see the workman there in a safe environment, and some of the employer then they do the thing them when the labor law and policy they talk about?
Honestly, my dear, we get a tripartite structure where ILO get. You get employers, you get government, and you get workmen. We all get what we they do. Labour Congress now we dey for now we not the workers representative through the trade unions. We get we own side, government get their own side, and the employers then get their own side. Honestly speaking, my sister, these three body them for always make the life of the workman better.
No, no, don't do that.
The tripartite structure is there, and this year, as we they talk so, ILO they celebrate 100 years in existence, and Africa they celebrate 60 years with enjoying ILO. But the truth is, my sister, casualization and contractualization are two serious issues where they come now. Employers then want for cut down cost, so they look and say, well, we get contract workman, the cost they reduce. But they don't know the implications of them things then they. So now one of the things, and that's what they speak out against now, contract workman, casual workman. You know, if you don't want them, tell them off. But you don't go keep somebody in a work like a 15, 16 year, they get a contract. Because when you they calculate end of service benefits, a different pass when you they calculate. So they want for cut down costs, the employers then. Where they speak out against today, for say we don't tire with contract and casual workman business. So let government look into this thing for we and see how best they can try for resolve and for we.
How well the employer them making you work to people they really know the policy and laws them.
My sister they know, but as I tell you, some of them just they deliberately do them.
Una get the strength and capacity the Labour Congress for do some of our mandate, because when you look what it takes, una for able reach out not just within Freetown, but the provinces and other area them when they add to each area them. Una get the strength.
To tell you the truth, we have the capacity and we have the strength.
Okay.
Because if I tell you, what will they do so today? At the same time, they're going to do another north, then they do another south. We get some of the unions, they're so big, they're regional offices them. Some of the unions, they're very small, are just Freetown, yeah, so no more than they, because of the people the way then they look at. But we get, like a salon teachers union, then they are around, all side traders union, then they all side. You get different union the way they all side of the country. So you get a replication of all what way they do so now. So today we get the capacity that I can tell you for free.
So what think can be the issue? Because most people working get concerned, but how they don't get an working place. Then he also like get doubt in the sense even how they complain you say go Labour Congress and go tell you say in some cases Labour Congress can compromise with the employer of that particular institution or company.
I want to tell you most of the time they mistake.
Mistake by waiting.
They don't know the difference between Labour Congress and Ministry of Labour. You understand? So we need for go out there and tell people them the difference. Say Labour Congress na in a you your lawyer. Na in they agitate for you, na in they lobby for you, na in they negotiate for you. We're not go say some people not they compromise, we're not go say that. Because as I say, you must get 1 or 2 rotten fish. But when you go to the correct side way they deal with you issue, I tell you they get results.
So looking at Labour Congress and mandate for represent workman them for make sure they do things in their interest in a positive way. Una think so I don't do that to the expectation of workman them?
Yes, to some extent. We don't do them. We don't do them. That I tell you for free. Because I want to tell you say the problem is empty drum not they make noise. Sorry, full drum, they make noise. So when it's empty, now they make noise. And Labour Congress for the past, go hear we they talk much, but we not the silent workman. But people then can expect we say any small thing you do if you can't talk. No, we know they go out so and talk because when we talk, it's a policy something.
And how serious the employer can really take on in terms of whether on getting conditional terms, then can really comply, or I can just go get a meeting after on a turn.
You get some way they comply. You get some way so recalcitrant they know they take. And then now that make you go the area of strikes. Though in this age now we know they look strikes now the last resort. we dey look at more, because when you dey promote decent work, na more of social dialogue. You for able for sit down, you give and take. Now that's na the one of the pillars of decent work. Na social dialogue. You know, to strike na the last resort. That's how when they not gree take at all. Then we say and we say not gree again.
That can be in consent with the Labour Congress. That's workman they can strike.
Yeah, yes, because you get the road till you strike. You forget 21 days ultimatum. If they're not adhere to waiting you, they say, then you tell them say we not mix again.
One of the main conditional terms of May Day when May 1st, when a Labor Day. Now that workman get the right order for work within 8 hours. When you look at company in the factory, them that really not the show. That really not the reflect. What one can really do in them particular cases? And the one can try for intervene. Though they can say you forget to work at, but you know me say somebody get here for go under slavery.
The stipulated numbers of hours for working are 40 hours a week, and anything on top that one day, now overtime.
But that overtime day, you think say, or the kind of interaction you don't get with employer, you think say, really the work the overtime they reflect to the workman name, or you just did it as a document or policy?
In most cases, I tell you for free, my sister, some of the workmen, the employers, them, they cut down on the overtime, that we know. But now issues that we will discuss now with them. And as I tell you today, we go look for the people then go for Google. This is what the president of the Congress they say. Because we want for make we know, let them know what we team up for, what we want, and how we want them, and who that want tell thank you for where they support we. Because some of the employers, they're not so bad people then. They're actually good, but you get some bad people there.
This year Labor Day, the theme now uniting workers for social and economic empowerment. I mean, if you are really go in depth, or if you are look at the reality part of this theme, you think say this theme now something where they show out to workers them?
Now that we will achieve, because not for work, no more for work, but if you reflect now your life. Because at the end of it all, when you left work, you for able to put 3 square meal. If you're not able to get the 3, forget that one full meal, you eat them for the day. But if you watch, it's like when man retire now poor it go poor.
Looking at the theme we see on our achieve from 2016 way back, we Salone on the celebrate Labor Day. Why now achieve something? We for sure say if somebody they work, if for sure being say they work now in life.
If you watch the theme, the theme carries down because decent work is empowering also.
Okay.
Decent work also they empower you for social day. Then if you watch, we reposition we say for come before for sustainable and national development. Now we they ask for make we get small thing for make we life better.
The program na Good Morning Salone. We still get Andrew Johnson, Director of Complaints, Mediation and Investigations from the Office of the Ombudsman. Una they receive complaints them, but people them we think see they not treat them well na them workplace. What na the level of complaints them una they receive as of now?
Well, the level it don't they increase, we must say, because as people that they know about the office, now so that they get confidence, but for can bring them complaints. So we find out say people that they come, not that okay, because because we own work all they do, it might not go into the public as everybody because we report them, not they submit them to the public, not to the parties we concerned. The can lay complain, then the one where they lay in complain. So where we can send the reports there, they go tell them company them. Say, but we don't begin get results to people and they come, other people and they come. So now we don't get increase in reports, and now we conclude the cases there on a weekly basis, fast. So people and they know, because most of them, especially the public forces like the army, the police, that they side, and the more we can get complaints then, because people and they, then need side for made the grievance be harder.
We get different body the way government set up for and issue them we issue in that case. Looking at the complaint we see on the increase from workman them. I mean, what in this mean? Is it that the body them we they not really don't take lam workman them concern or kids with seriousness, because if complaint they increase, that means a side way good they feel.
Well, basically, because when complaints they increase to the established body, when we therefore listen then complaints there, it basically they show say confidence don't come into the system, especially in the office, because people and they know say, well, now not to just talk, but if I go on site, they investigate, they mediate, so say resolvable come out.
Una can able get the employer them that way the ombudsman can come between complain them where employee can go to now. Una can able get employer them, because most times they can feel so stuck up and feel say they not for go sit down with the workman for talk on issues. Una can able get them on board for mediate between the two party them.
Yes, well, we must say it can prove to be a challenge at times because the cooperation level. But I must say again, we basically we know they deal with all kind of complaints of all kind of employers. We own mostly at the public service,
Okay.
Yes, so it can prove a challenge, but we get the act give you the power, because you see if they're not agree come, it's like it's a contempt, because the ombudsman get the power of a high court, so we're able to take contempt proceedings against whoever we will invite. We're not agree come, but we're not going to use the approach there. So we can take a softy, but until you know no more, naturally people reluctant, especially people they can reluctant for cooperate in certain respects. But we can remind them, and I must say the cooperation level it don't increase.
Okay, in name na lawyer Andrew Jones, Director of Complaint Investigations and Mediation from the Office of the Ombudsman. Continue for the way to inside the program Good Morning Salone as we go for a short break.
Better don't come. Now Union Trust Bank again. Union Salone Banco. Union Trust Bank get plenty product and service there for you. You must get what you want to go better. Let me savings account, ide. Current account, ide. Fixed deposit account, ide. Credit facility, ide. All for you. Me and you. Union Trust Bank, that's a loan for me and you. Kids future savings account, ide. School fee savings account, ide. Pay advance salary scheme, ide. We branch and they all up on Salone. Bokono Kenema, we dey. Kabala Mabogo Kakambia, we dey. Jala Freetown Lonsa, we dey. And my 91, me and you. Union Trust Bank, me and you. Union Trust Bank, Union Trust Bank, na Salone for me and you. Union Salone Banco, Union Trust Banco.
Union Trust Bank, empowering Sierra Leonean businesses.
The program Good Morning Salone continue, and now we look at another issue inside the program. As the second leg of the Salone Premier League will start today, Wednesday, May 1st, the Director of Communication for the Salone Premier League Board, Alhaji Kombadon, say the board will work with the Office of National Security, ONS, inside the second leg for provide security for people where they go watch Premier League them in different parts of the country. Well, for more on this, Musa Eskamara gets more and gonna report.
Action na the Salone Premier League for sake of the second round. They begin today, Wednesday, May 1, na the National Stadium. Wusai Mighty Blackpool go host the Anti-Drugs Football Club. But our preparation don't turn like from the Salone Premier League board. Alhaji Komba, na the Director of Communication for the board.
I think for every developmental strides where you dey engage in, along the line, you dey go and evaluate yourself and make sure say you correct certain measures where you feel say not dey in place in the first leg, and this league is no exception.
Security, referee issue, and allegation of bribe now been some of the concern them from supporter them of the league. Now the first round, this make Alhaji Komba say, with advice from the referee association, the board don't reduce the number of referee them from 84 to 40, and they work now with the Anti-Corruption Commission for investigate alleged corruption and the Office of National Security for provide security.
Allegations will come up about and match fixing we get a special seminar with the referees. One thing we do first now for downsize the number of the referees them way be done day before this time. Over 80 referees them, but now we don't come down to 40. And Anti-Corruption Commission, we come on the aspect of match integrity for referees, especially on the aspect of alleged match fixing or other things then, where they happen were not good for the game. A surveillance team, they right around now the country, they make sure say them go in or investigate certain issues on the aspect of match integrity and security. The ONS, for example, don't come strongly for help the security committee of the Premier League board for how we they do things together with thorough supervision and advice from the ONS, especially for crowd-threatening matches. Fixtures like FC Cologne Lions.
I talked to authority them from Mighty Blackpool Football Club and the Anti-Drug FC. We talk about the preparation for today's game and self how them prepare for the second leg of the league.
Alice Sise, board chairman Anti-Drug Strikers Football Club. We prepare well enough with the mid-table. Despite we lost one or two players, but we club na a developmental club. We get players who we don't develop, we do the club. We know we get chance for play them, but be the understudy the senior players. And despite we lost 2 or 3 players, we don't bring them come back for let them self come. Filling that gap there, when not from the defense, the midfield, and the attacking side. I say we are well prepared today for play against Mighty Blackpool.
Of course, I'm Osman Kundus Camera and the media officer of Mighty Blackpool Football Club. And I want to say well prepared. Remember, now we start the Premier League in January 27, and then now we reopen the Premier League back on the first day of May, when on Wednesday, against Anti-Drugs. We really prepare to get new players that will join the squad, and backed by the old players who will get 75% of them who will remain, and they will bring the 25% of new players them. But more probably, maybe we might not see the new players them, and based on paperwork between we and the clubs, and all them with the club, but we'll still maintain majority of old players who go fit in for play against Anti-Drugs.
13 teams na the league go play a total of 78 games na the second round, and the table for the first round end with Eastern Lions with 24 points na the first position. FC Kalonde second with 23 points. Central Parade third with 21 points. Bemba Sise from the Eastern Tigers Football Club and Sufian Kaloko from Ole Dorians all get 7-7 goals in the first round of the league. As all this they be, the Western Area Football Association Wafa Division 1 Football League don't start for 24 team them na the Western Area. David Turner na the media person for Wafa.
Division 1 football na a competition where we organize regionally. Well, Wafa they organize their own, whereas regional football like South, East and North organize their own. This competition they for teams they will not go Premier 8. For Smart and Command they go play playoff. Within that playoff competition day, any team will qualify. It can be Wafa teams them or regional teams then will qualify from South East. We qualify they can automatically Premier League. They can't join the Salone Premier League.
Turner end up say this league go end inside July this year. For CC, team them we go qualify join the Salone Premier League for the next season. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Musa S. Kamara. The program na Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM, and we will make this edition of the program come to you. My name na Musa S. Kamara.
And me na Sapti Kalon. Still with we inside the studio, we get Sarah Thomas Kamara, we come out na Salone Labour Congress, and in the chairperson for Education Board. Now we'll look at different category of people and we employ and king work. Udat na volunteer, uda na contract work man.
Volunteer na possible just give up himself. Say they go in.
So you're not going for the get nothing in benefit?
You not get nothing.
Okay.
So I go volunteer, not they get nothing. If you see person continue for volunteer, so say you get some side way to do some dubious something. Because volunteerism na workplace not to think way for B. Contract workman, casual na person way you they take for do some certain work where you not able to do for a very short period of time. Contract workman a work person where they give contract for do work for you, then you lay them out. But you know go as I say, waiting and don't use to do now, then they give contract to work to person, they renew the contract for 10 years, then go they panda work, then they renew the contract every 3 months, 6 months. It is like a permanent worker now.
Okay, we look at the work of the Labour Congress, the issue of the union. Recently, we get of course, as we speak, we get the Fisherman Union, the issue, we get the bike riders, and we get drivers union. How the Labour Union they deal with the issues, Labour Congress?
As I say, for bike riders and for motor drivers now, it's above us, either with the Anti-Corruption Commission, and we're not going to say much about it because it ain't at the end the way they look into them. Bike riders, Labour Congress don't take the lead role, and we all know what thing don't happen concerning that. And Fishermen Union self gets their own fracas. But as I say, Labour Congress don't take a position wherein they try for look at ourselves internally and try for see how we can address some of the issues. Because not to for say we like waiting they happen, but within ourselves, we for look at ourselves and try, because you're not going to go tell somebody. My husband gets one parable where he can talk, say, he say anybody, he say possibly get, you know, they see the dirty in compound. And the next person in compound they see him. So if you want for go tell the person for do the correct thing, then you get for try for correct yourself before you go able for agitate for the correct thing. So we are looking at ourselves, and we don't look at ourselves really, because we get several workshops recently wherein the executive come together and look at ourselves holistically. And anti-corruption was in one of those workshops talking to us too. Because if we're promoting workman interest, then you get for make sure say you do the correct thing.
Because when you look at the way Labour Congress they deal with some of the issues, them like the union then issue go take 1 year, 2 years, Labour Congress not able to pass verdicts. What are the challenge where the Congress they get for deal with them kind of issues there?
Just like how my colleague when he talks, said there are a lot of challenges, and because if you watch most of the formal workmen then are government institutions, then they and government's not the highest employer, and for deal with government, you know the hurdles, you know the steps, you know the problems. There are a lot of challenges where it's a gradual process, but we go each day wherein you go side and the way when we go inside one we cannot resolve the issue. Like there was some serious issue now ports very recently. We don't drag for like 5 years, but recently it was resolved.
Looking at the complaint them where people like go to a Labour Congress, or how one can get concerned, we can come out from people them. Most people believe say Labour Congress can do things at the interest of the employer instead of the employee.
I disagree with that. Labour Congress na the umbrella body. When the union don't try, not able, then you go take backup from Congress. The union for able for go to Congress and tell them, say, this is the problem I'm having. Because we got different unions are different, like you get clerical, you get electricity, you get artisans, you get mass media. There are over several unions.
So all the union and they for the same mandate we on ourselves they do or waiting?
Then at the body that we come together and make Salone Labour Congress.
But again, you get people in some company in office or people where they do other business them. People from the Labour Congress can be the one where they represent the employee in the employer. In the sense, if they investigate or do anything, then you tell the person, say, I want to get this information. The person where it will refer you to. Now somebody where for representative workman day. Now you will see that person from Labour Congress. Now and they go talk for that employer. They will go on they do or violate so many labor law them.
Me, if you know of anyone, tell me, because me,
be plenty.
I tell you, how me go take me go be lawyer for somebody. Then I go stab the person at the back. You understand what I mean? Now me na in lawyer. Now me for go talk for him. I'm not for stab him na in back. In some cases, you know, so tell the king day because I tell you when the workman come to you, and not go tell you all the truth. You go try to get him from him. But at the end of it, when you know now, you can feel so bad. You understand? Because you dey look at the case where it come with to you. But certainly, and I'm not saying the lawyer where they represent, because in the aspect of where they talk about the Constitution clearly states say they're not union members. The police, the army, the fire force, the areas the way they look at will not get hands pan them. Okay. Because the Constitution clearly spell them out for we for tell we say they're not a union member. So they get side for go then complain. But as I tell you, forget certainly you know they get the truth from the workman say. But if you tell the honest truth, then you and your lawyer can come together and see how you can manage the issue. But certainly they know they tell you the truth. The way you go here, you can downcast it and try for find a subtle way how na go resolve it.
Sarah Thomas Kamara, continue for the with we inside the program. Will come back. You will tell you how on a plan, Salone plan for celebrate this May Day winner Labor Day. You dey listen to the program Good Morning Salone. Send a message or comment to the number 077981981, or you do that on our Facebook page on www.radiodemocracy.sl. We get lawyer Andrew Johnson. We come out Ombudsman, and then they receive some complaint them of workman them. We can only complain to them. And you believe say complain the way people only go to una don't they treat them the way how una supposed for handle them, because people get so much trust and confidence una we make the care complain and go to una.
Well, yes, I believe so, because the success rates it don't very increased. It don't increase very and recently we get a very vibrant, that's I get to say, a very vibrant ombudsman, way fearless and well aware of his powers. And I must say, it gets the support of the government. And so far, with we reports and whatever we do, we don't get no interference, and he's working hard and doing a very good job. Okay. So we want to give people in that confidence, make them calm, because the powers, and you know why the need for calm, when not to just the police force and all the forces, all public service generally need for calm. You know why? Because a lot of the injustices, the things that will happen at the workplace, where they make the workplace not sweet, where they affect the smooth running, they know they reach that legal threshold, that criminal threshold, where you go say, go to court, or I go to anti-corruption. Most of the things them, now then small things the way they see are small, but they're very important. And if you watch we act, it define we mandate say, it's a injustice. So the injustice, not meet the legal threshold. Okay. May I just show you what it says? It includes hardship, detriment, or grievance occasioned by any inequitable treatment, whether legal or otherwise. So meaning, sometimes they illegal, they transfer you, or they just send you now do so. They don't say you there on some. You entitled to study leave. They not give you. Okay. What did they do? Illegal. Okay, lawyer. They're not illegal per se, but you occasion injustice. So you get time for go complain. So we get a broader scope for investigate, for look into. So it's very important that they come. And we success rate done very high.
We can't talk about that. Okay, La Ole and a quick lawyer Andrew Jones as we go for a quick break.
Causing confusion. But this confuse me, boo. Look where Uncle Nat in Wall Solid. Look in block them with them beat for them, where they save solid, and at the same amount of cement and sand than they use for bitumen. But look what in the happen, me wall down for them, all the block they all don't scatter. It's like say some kind of magic they behind this. You want to know the magic behind this? Now the superior quality, extra strong, extra life, and extra yield cement we are the use, and that's not Dangote 3X Portland limestone cement. Dangote cement na the highest grade cement in the country. When a 42.5 R grade cement, when no one day come na this country, and a one of the highest grade pan cement where you go get na the wall. Where you want you concrete, wall, and block solid, use Dangote 42.5 R cement, you no go regret them. You go get Dangote 42.5 R cement na all the shop and building material store na the one whole country.
Very, very many happy returns.
So you hear that song there, you know, say Radio Democracy, they celebrate somebody, and for today, we they celebrate two people, Elizabeth Blah and Kabia they celebrate them birthday. So on behalf of management and staff, we want to wish una all two a happy birthday and more blessed age to come.
I wish you happy birthday. Ooh, yeah. Very, very many happy returns. Ooh, yeah. I wish you happy birthday.
Well, as always, the time as usual at 12 o'clock. You know, say now fans of Kabia and Elizabeth Blah. Now for can ready democracy and can celebrate. And today now 2-in-1. So the enjoyment get for really days. So get for day and food get for day.
You not think say them for bring them to 11 o'clock because
today now holiday and I know say you na kind here so you like. So happy birthday again. So Kabia and Elizabeth Blah on behalf of staff and management, we they wish you the very best as soon celebrate and add a new age. The program Good Morning Salone they continue.
We look at another issue inside the program as Salone celebrates International Labour Day. We na May 1 today. The Chief Executive Director na the Right to Life Advocacy Network Salone, David Indolo Conte don call on government for change the old labour law them and policy we for give better service to workmen than na Salone. David Indolo Conte talk more to Sapti Kalon inside this interview.
Well, this is a very serious day. We don't do a thorough research. We don't go across the country. We don't observe so many things them. And a day by right where we celebrate them, if we reflect on the workers them, their lives them. In other countries, we see say when it comes to labours, then that day then they do increment on salaries. Sometimes they can get a bonus. But in Sierra Leone, we just celebrate them without reflect on the people then.
Okay, you talk about say una don't go out in a different side of the country, una fair not still. What exactly so una fair not, but still we get for do with workman them?
Well, really, like for instance, when government they talk about the minimum wage, they go across because some people then they up to this time they pay them 420,000, 350,000, and in other places some people not even get they not get employment letter. Everywhere we go as far as in Okro Hill, we go meet a particular lady they work, but they not even get employment letter. And in other areas, we find out say even where they talk about leave. Some people know they even go leave. Some people know they get leave allowance. Even one of we forces now, as I tell you, so even for me they get leave allowance, and for me some of them go leave, it not they happen at all. We get for start for bring out report them for begin tell the people of this country and also the government for call their attention, give them a knee jack on some certain thing the way they're supposed for do to the workers them in this country. In some other places they find out in a danger zone, but people they work there with no protective gears. Okay. So all of them things there we observe. Years back, we papa them they work. We get what we call payday. In any happen at this country. Could you imagine? Even as of independent, some people go with the independence without salaries because they pay late. So all that thing that we need for observe them when it because we forget a payday at least 22, 20 up to the 25, they don't pay people them so that they will able to go home happy.
Okay,
because
in all of them here we mention we know say different body they for ministry to other organization the way government set up for address so many of the issues here. With all them body here we do. Why you think say so many issues in this still within people the way they work na different factory, company, office and other side them? Why you think say so many of them challenges are still there?
Well, the challenges then they because some institutions them I can't name them. Then sometimes they can compromise because
compromise with others.
No, then they compromise with the people that will employ some of them workers there. Because where they go, they issue day instead of them go on behalf of the workers. Sometimes as they go, this brown envelope thing, they can just go about them, then come out without solving the issue of them and workers there. That's why we they call on the different ministry, parastatals or agencies, we're concerned about workers them for make them able ensure say them people they are really they're able to get what they deserve. Because if you're not able to give the individual or the workers the way they work for you, you're not able to please them, definitely they're not able to do good job for you. So in the part of government, the Ministry of Labour, we want CSAM, they're able to revisit we lost them because we get archaic laws. Where up to this time, people they take 75,000 loans home, call them a leave allowance. So we want for see they're able to revisit their laws there and sure say we not get what we call a gap. Because as technology they advance, as the world they advance, as business, now one bag rice, not to 11,000 anymore, or 12,000. Now one bag rice, they go up to 200 and something thousand. Okay. So for that reason, we want for CSA increment in salaries for staff them in this country. We want to see when they come to some of them celebrations, they make something reflect to the people them. Not only celebration we go we match, no, but make them people them get something where we should say like one bag raise, put money on top, give them bonus, or they able fit to all them things then day.
In terms of the day, Salone don't be part of the International Workers' Day or Labor Day for a long time. You think say the body them way responsible? You think say they don't they act according to what in this day mean for seek the interest of workman them?
Well, I know we'll talk say they know they act according to because everybody gets in your area. Everybody gets in your expectation. Everybody gets in your input. It's not sufficient. All what they do is not sufficient. Now, only when it comes to this day, they will see them print polo. Some people not even know the meaning of all workers day or all laborers day. So some of them today not will need for the call people them and begin tell them. And if I reflect on the people, because if I celebrate something, whilst the government wages when are 500,000, the minimum wage for be 500,000, I still collect something like 250,000, 300,000 leons. It means I don't need celebration. I don't need for celebrate.
So in all of them, body we will get. Also, you think say the problem there because Salone get so many laws and policy for advocacy issue at all. Where if you look at how complaint they come out from workman there, it clear say more still they for do.
Well, it cuts across. I'm not going to name any institution saying that this institution are the problem there, but it cuts across. So only way we need for do now for revisit the archaic laws and bring them to the present, situation now where we, every Sierra Leonean they live. So.
Executive Director on a Right to Life Advocacy Network, Salone David Indolo Conte, they talk to Sapti Kalon inside that interview as the Colon government for make them go change the old labor law them so that workman then go get better service na the country. The program na Good Morning Salone where they come to you from 98.1 FM. We still get with studio guests today inside the program. Sarah Thomas Kamara, Chairperson Education Board, Salone Labour Congress, Andrew Johnson, Director of Complaints, Mediation and Investigations, Office of the Ombudsman of the Republic of Salone. I come to you, Sarah Thomas Kamara from the Salone Labour Congress. You don't talk about the complaints the Mona they receive from the union members them, but one issue again we can the labor sector now that's where somebody to work for person in damage thinking like tend for left that person out without proper medication. Una can receive them complaints there?
Yeah, it depends on the collective bargaining agreement because as I tell you, say you get groups and waiting and call it differ. Some get the medical facility so clear about waiting and for do and waiting and they take care of. Then but some not they. But as I say, we don't take a direction where we look at we want for try for bring all the collective bargaining agreements there so and try for see how we go harmonize them for make them go speak the same words. But as that person they talk just on the radio they talk where Sapchi be the interviewer, we want to make this distinction. You got the Ministry of Labor, you got the Sierra Labor Congress. If you know the difference, then you can know who side for lay you complain. If you get problem, go down Sierra Labor Congress and then go try for see how best then can help you for care you go to the correct union and the collective bargaining agreement where they look at you own office and try for see how they can mediate and see and resolve your problem. And we want to make workman they no lost confidence because they try for reposition we self and take the rightful direction because we want for see we self better. When you go to other country, then you see how best. Then when you reach like a Nigeria, then you say you're a guest of Nigeria Labour Congress. The kind of honor where you they get, but when you come Salone, it's quite different.
Wait to make it different.
We don't know if now the workman they not just get that trust and that belief they say. Now their own organization. This not a we own. Now workman own. Now we get for make a waiting if for be.
And
we all collectively. Now we for make a waiting if for be. We come together as a group and try for push we own business go before.
Looking at the workman them not too value now, not get confidence now. If you want to look back, you know what they can say something they want to try correct or put together within on ourselves, owner the Labour Congress. Because if una really with all interest and genuity don't they represent the workman, then we really get that value, that respect and confidence to the Labour Congress?
No, I want to say the confidence is there, because then they go now and make them complaints, and then they go now and try for see. Even some of the issues where they deal with, some when we reach once we reach a Labour Congress and now, and we they deal with them now, it'll take a different dimension. When sometimes when the trade union are not able to handle the issue, it come up to Congress level. It takes a different dimension.
Okay.
You understand? And the confidence level they go, that I will tell you for free. The confidence level they go.
Is it that not true for say certain report or case in the winner in the Labour Congress gets interest by waiting is one put all on energy and all, but when I get some more I can just treat with anyhow?
No, I not go say so. All man in case important. Nobody in case will not go say no important.
Okay. Okay, continue for with we inside the studio. Sarah Thomas Kamara from Salone Labour Congress. Over to you, lawyer Andrew Johnson. Looking at the complaint the owner can get, in anyone I can try for bring the other body them come, like Labour Congress, Ministry of Labour and Social Security, for like a gear advice, so that some of them complaining they not going to increase or not going to keep coming?
Well, yes, we'll get relationship. Some of them will get MOU between them in other institutions where they complement the same, where they do the same work. You know, so for teach people, employers them, then duties. They also would insist say each institution, especially the public service, get what they call grievance mechanism. Usai then go properly carry out the grievance, because if they get grievance mechanisms, most complaints then they carry out, because we notice say the nature of complaints more or less most times now the procedures. Most times we're not sack person, maybe the person really thief or really do some bad, but they not go through the procedure. So as a result of that, it can be improper or unlawful dismissal. So these are the areas then. But I want for use this opportunity again for tell the public, for encourage the public for take this office of the Ombudsman as very serious, because this is the office we do hear them complaints them, because a lot of people tend they grumble and treat and do me this and do me this, but there's an office, and this office here gets a lot of powers. In fact, we get powers for recommend to the president, first to the prescribed authority supervisory body, those are the ministry, and then if no action is taken, we they recommend to the president any kind of recommendation. We can even recommend say that person they not able competent for serving could be dismissed, and the act gives the power, even if the president does not take that recommendation, for channel that recommendation to the Speaker of Parliament. So this is a body where gets huge powers. In fact, in South Africa, in a South African case, they will say the recommendation of the Ombudsman is a force of law. It's like a high court judgment. So we say yes, what people forget confidence for come, and we want for say we get a competent staff, a competent team headed by a vibrant young man also. We ready for South Sierra Leone as well.
Okay, continue for the with lawyer Andrew Jones from the Office of Ombudsman. The program we listen to now Good Morning Salone, and as on don't send on a text message inside the program, we go start for take on a message and this first one where I go take this say, Mr. Lawyer, we work for good 2 years at Africa Peer Review Mechanism. We did not receive any salaries. Please help us.
Another one from Missy, can we get an update on the minimum wage? What is the Labour Congress doing in that regards?
This other one says government lobby talk about 30 minutes lunch, but trust me, some office companies are still not complying with that. Madam from Labour Congress, you people are failing to do some of your duties.
This one say Justice Tola Thompson that without giving judgment to my industrial case I took the complaint to Ombudsman office but was not helped. Why? Mr. Conte from Waterloo.
This other message I will take, they say as workers are observing the Workers' Day known as the May Day, the Labour Ministry and its partners must use this day to address the labour challenges in the country. There are so many things that need to be looked into.
This one from Missy, Madam Labour Woman, is there any ongoing negotiation with this government for the increment of salaries cut across all sectors? If yes, what is the percentage? This one come up from Dauda.
This one says so many Labour Day has been observed, but yet to address labour challenges in the country, especially the way foreigners are unfairly treating Sierra Leonean workers, especially in the areas of Labour Ministry need to wake up. No employment letters, no benefits, no permanent contract. It's really disappointing.
This one from Hassan Manso Kagbona with Facebook say, is the Ombudsman not looking into consumers' rights?
More messages inside the program Good Morning Salone. This other one is say so many body addressing labor issues, but it's clear that more need to be done. What is Labour Congress, Ministry of Labour doing? Is it true that some of you people are compromising with employer, working in the interest of employer instead of the employee?
This one on the first report story we do inside the program say from Hassan Farouk Hussein Farouk say congratulations to Alhaji Kanja Sise for electing you as Mandingo chief in Sierra Leone, which the tribe is my mother tongue.
Another message I will take inside the program, they say these so-called outsourced companies are taking advantage of our brothers and sisters. They will deduct high percentage from your salary every single month non-stop. Company like, okay, that message is not too clear.
This one from Augustina with Facebook say, have you ever established a sector of training the workers for safety and security?
Okay, we'll come over to the studio guest them for respond quickly, and we'll start with you, Sarah Thomas Kamara from Labour Congress. You don't hear the message and we don't come.
I want for allay the fears of Sierra Leoneans that they don't set up the Joint National Negotiating Board where they look at the minimum wage and the board don't begin sit. But I not go further than that because we not reach at anything yet. But very soon, by God's grace, something go come forward. The minimum wage, we don't begin look at them, and the Joint National Negotiating Board, where na in gets the right for Sidom and look, where na employers and workmen, government mediates, they look at the minimum wage now na the country. And very soon, we will come out with something we all man go know. Training. Labour Congress don't do boku training on occupational safety and health. Me are fortunate, like as I say, I don't do in the labour movement over 20 years now and rise through the grassroots. And I go through all them trainings then day. But I want for say now how they go down to the grassroots. Now some office get occupational safety and health committees, now they place them, but some not get. But we go encourage the workman them, especially them people that they work now hazardous settings, for make them try for community occupation constitute the occupational safety and health committees. We go look at health and safety training. But Labour Congress they do trainings on that.
Okay, Sarah Thomas Kama will come to you. They can tell we the plans the Mona get for the day celebration. I come to you, Andrew Johnson, Director of Complaints, Mediation and Investigations, Office of the Ombudsman.
Yes, one of the Texas say the Africa Peer Review. I believe the Africa Peer Review is partly sponsored, financed by the government. So then they're on the way. So in that respect, the many person feel free, make he send a complaint in writing, or he can come if he's not literate to write, he can come with intake officer, can able to write and for him. So may get the confidence. We go look into him. Then of course we get for say this, we get a lot of backlog because now, until very recently, real structures don't come into the office. And very recently, we get offices all over the country. So now we deal with backlogs, we deal with cases at hand, you know. But whoever gets complaint may come. We also get as with the complaints in one or two areas, we get even if specific complaint no come, the ombudsman get the mandate for looking to that area there. So. And specific areas or departments with so many complaints they come, we can give direct reports, a recommendation, say, hey, na so for avoidance in the day. We can even give advice as to amendments of the law. Say, well, this complaint the Bokunaya because of this area of the law. Or we can even send recommendation to the Attorney General, say, no, look, so area, you see. So we mandate them broad.
Okay, Andrew Johnson, Director of Complaint Mediation Investigations from the Ombudsman's Office. The program now Good Morning Salone, where they come to you from 98.1 FM.
Would they come over to Sarah Thomas Kamara from Labour Congress, looking at this day we Salone they part of. The Labour Congress, we now one of the main body we day for CC. This day be recognized and celebrated. We now on a line of activity them for member this day.
This today with a partner with Action Aid, and we they look at stop violence in the world of work. People are not they come out with them really, but we know say it they happen. And for like 5 years now, ILO they look at coming out with a convention or a recommendation on violence in the workplace. And this year International Labour Conference, we believe that the convention or the recommendation for come out. So we dey partner with Action Aid for make we launch them, because we want the support of the government, because as I tell you, ILO na a tripartite structure where government, employers and employees they come together for make them support we, because now the for end gender-based violence.
You talk about launch. What exactly so they get for launch? The end violence in working places.
Yes, because we want for make we the launch them and people then for come out with waiting we go like for see and how if for talent. Because when the recommendation of the convention come down, we they come with them na salon, we ratify them for make it suit we own situation in the world of work.
People believe say this day when I can just use them for make polo match around and everything. When I know they look into them for address the severe concern them working come out from workman them.
You're one of the concern where they talking about violence.
Okay.
Because one been talk say the way the foreigners then they treat them. So if we get this convention, you not feel to say it go help we greatly. That time the way you violate an international convention, then it gets, of course, it gets your penalty, we go with her.
Looking at another added value of policy or document on the carry, Salone get the National Employment Policy Strategy, Labour Employment Act, and also with other things and put together. But still, it's clear as more need for be done. One would say instead of owner add another policy or something else, one will not restrict to the one that we already did, so then will really work.
Well, this not to this not to Salone normal, not a global policy where ILO one come out with for just help the work business. Okay. Yeah, and not to only that, as they say yes, of course we dey match. And what to make we can want for match now, because we want for Ghana the support and come together. When we reach yonder today, then go launch them and people then go make statements. And of course, the guest speaker for today now no less a person, but the President of the Republic. We forget himself day for making your statement to workman. It will be na Miata Conference Center, the forecourt of the Miata Conference Center. Now they will make them, because we know they go inside the hall. We then a do, because you know say workman will boku, they all not able for all we all.
So some people get for match from in starting.
Some people then they match from PZ to Miata Conference. Some man they match from Aberdeen Road to Miata Conference.
Sarah Thomas Kamara, Chairperson Education Board, Salone Labour Congress. Andrew Johnson, Director of Complaints. Quickly as we round the program, what's in the how much complaint they wanna get now from the civil service?
Well, they get hundreds. Even on a daily basis, they get. But now we get more than hundreds of complaints. And some are backlog, some are on a daily basis. But as we address, as they come, then they go back, because some by mere mediation, call the parties, you call, maybe you put them to a round table, you say, oh, okay, you remind them of the law, say, no, this, it will occasion injustice. So they solve as they go by, so the numbers, they dwindle, they add, they dwindle, but we try for respond, and that is what we insist on now, and that is what is happening, that everybody, whether you get a case or not, you will be given audience, and they will tell you within 1 week whether you get a case or not. So we try for be very, very proactive.
We say this, what's in the areas then? We say majority of the cases in the come out.
Well, the areas, as earlier said, now mostly with dismissals, termination, without following So this is not the area then, but mostly with the get we have to say this, you understand, that the forces, you understand, especially the police and the military, but with the work with them for CC, just due processes should be followed.
Okay, Andrew Johnson, Director of Complaint Mediation and Investigations Office of the Ombudsman. To Sarah Johnson from the Labour Congress, you say the president now the guest speaker for today's program. When I get any proposed message for the president on any issue we want for make the president know about on apply.
Where you go there, you go know.
No, for somebody we know go like for meet up for good now, people they listen to we from every part of the world and say now the country.
I not go talk with him, young president they talk because I don't know it's me president of the Congress, so I go tell her. So when we reach there, we all the hearing. Now we could encourage what in fact if Radio Democracy can go themselves and give live coverage to the president, the president of Sierra Leone Congress and we president of the Republic of Sierra Leone and they talk today, we will be happy so that the whole country go know say at least we they do something and then go hear the message where all man gets.
Okay, plenty thank you to you, Sarah Thomas Kamara from Sierra Leone Labour Congress, and the chairperson for the Education Board, where you don't talk about the May the Winner Labour Day today on the theme Uniting Workers for Social and Economic Empowerment. Plenty thank you, we don't be with studio guests this morning, and also to lawyer Andrew Johnson from Ombudsman Office, Director of Complaint Investigation and Mediation. Plenty thank you to you also, where you don't come this morning and make like people really know about on our work. Plenty thank you to you. Well, now this edition of the program Good Morning Salone go like you this morning. Plenty thank you to the executive producer Michael Sambola and Alex Lawrence from our produce the Good Morning Salone program and the rest of the Good Morning Salone team. Not forget police will meet the show program at 12. Salon news at 7 in the evening. Everything they be will be 9 o'clock na net. And also to the all in one way they na the other side we don't give support. DJ Lava and the rest of the Good Morning Salone team. We don't give support this program reach on today. Me we don't be one of our presenter inside the program Good Morning Salone. Me na Sapti Kalon where they say Tata and Happy May Day to all worker them na salon.
And Mina Musa S. Kama they say bye bye.